I've had my hands on the Roborock S7 Auto Empty Dock here in Australia for about 6 weeks now, so I thought I'd share my thoughts on it as part of my Roborock S7 video series. You can check out the other parts of the video series in the pop-out banner here. The Auto Empty Dock is specifically for use with the Roborock S7 model only. It won't work with any other Roborock models, and this was in part one of the reasons why I chose the S7 model. Basically, what it does is replace your charging dock with essentially a vacuum dock that cleans the contents of the S7's dustbin after each cleaning cycle. This means you can go 6 to 8 weeks without ever needing to empty the dustbin. Roborock says it features a multi-stage filtration system that captures up to 99.99% of particles as small as 0.3 microns. These include allergens such as pollen and dander, keeping the air in your home fresh and clean. Combine this with the dust bag for the full benefit of Allergy Care certification. Inside the box you have a quick start guide and then the base of the dock. Here is a spare dust bag, a new dustbin to install into your S7, and this part is what allows the bag to be used instead of bagless capture, a power cable, the main vacuum part of the dock, and finally a user manual. To assemble the base and the vacuum part of the dock, there are some Phillips head screws that need to be tightened to hold them together. The dock is fairly heavy for what it is, so this can be a little tricky to do, but it only has to be done once. Also included is a new dustbin for your S7 that is specifically for use with the Auto Empty Dock, as it has a one-way flap to allow air in as the contents are sucked out. You also get another paper filter with the new dustbin. The Auto Empty Dock comes in 2 variants depending on your location. The variant I've got here in Australia allows the use of the bagless capture system or the ability to install a bag, and then the other variant is using the bag only. It also comes in black or white, but here in Australia the black colour of the dock and S7 hasn't been an option. To get started with using the Auto Empty Dock, simply unplug your existing dock and replace it with the Auto Empty Dock. Be aware that the new Auto Empty Dock is quite a bit larger than the regular dock, so you may need to find a new location for it to sit in your home. And then on the S7 you need to lift the lid and remove the old dustbin, and then there is a small plastic plate that covers the air inlet that needs to be removed. Then fit the new Auto Empty dustbin and filter and close the flap. Using the app, press the return to dock button, or on the robot press the home button, and the S7 will find its way back to the new dock. Once the S7 knows it is sitting on an Auto Empty Dock, you may see the dock icon on your map change, and you get some different options in the app specific to auto emptying. In the settings menu, you have a new option for auto empty settings, and for me, I've left the settings as shown, so that the auto emptying begins when the robot returns to the dock, and the empty mode is smart. From my observations, Smart Empty Mode runs the Auto Empty Dock for a time frame based on how long or how many square meters the robot has covered previously. Otherwise you have manual options as well in case the Smart option doesn't always empty the S7. In the maintenance menu there is a new page for the dustbin, and it will alert you if you haven't emptied the large dustbin or cleaned the dustbin sensors after a period of time. When the Auto Empty runs, it's actually quite loud. Essentially it's another vacuum cleaner clearing the contents of your robot. If you run your Roborock during your Do Not Disturb hours, the Auto Empty will be paused until after the Do Not Disturb hours to prevent waking everyone in the house. To empty the dock, just lift up the canister, hold it over your bin and press the red latch to open the bottom and let the contents fall out. Or if you use the bag collection, when you remove the bag it seals itself up for you to then discard, minimising any airborne particles to reduce allergens. The cyclone canister can be easily disassembled for cleaning as necessary, and the HEPA filters are washable too. Just be sure to let it all dry out thoroughly before reinstalling. You can also remove the air duct cover on the bottom of the dock if you need to clean or clear any stuck debris, but that's not something I've ever had to do. In the past 6 weeks since using the Auto Empty Dock, I've only had to empty the dustbin once, where previously I would try to ensure that I empty the onboard dustbin after every run. So what's my verdict, and is it actually necessary? Well, chances are you bought a Roborock to reduce the time you need to spend cleaning your floors, but you still need to empty the dustbin anyway. The Auto Empty bin fills in the gap and greatly reduces the need to empty the bin, and when you do need to empty it, it's an easier and cleaner process. It makes the Roborock much more of a set and forget type of device. I no longer have to consider if I empty the onboard dustbin after each clean. I know that it's empty and ready to go at all times. As a side benefit, after mopping, the wet dirty mop is completely off the carpet with the Auto Empty Dock, meaning I won't have to remove it right away. Previously, when the S7 would return to the standard dock after a mop, the rear of the mop would sit on the carpet. For me, the Roborock Auto Empty Dock has been faultless. It just works. It does its job and it does it well. It is quite expensive for what it does, but then again, the Roborock S7 isn't exactly a low budget vacuum either. I've been really pleased with it here in my place, and if it's something you've been considering, I'm sure you'll be happy with it too. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and thanks for watching.